Welcome back to LearnBC. You're here with Jared and we're in Basics 101, SOP-7, which is Advanced Filtering and Saving Views. Now, with each of our SOPs, we like to talk through the context and rules. So what was the trigger, the preconditions, and the key principles. Then we step through the SOP, depending on how many steps they are. Most of this series has 6. Then we'll do an actual demo. We then flick over to the outcomes and talk through exceptions if it fails, and then post conditions if it succeeds. Now, we love your support. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. And if you can email us at how@learnbc.today with any suggestions or content that you're looking for in the future. Let's get started. Advanced filtering views and saving views is super powerful. The trigger here is a user repeatedly applies the same filter combination every time they open a list or need to view totals on a card filtered to a specific range, and you just need to speed things up. So the topics we're going to cover is saving a filter combination as a named view. We're going to be switching between saved views on a list page, editing and deleting saved views, using the filter total panel, flow filter on a card, and filtering by date formulas, e.g. CM, CY, LY. Now the preconditions is video 6 is completed. So you've watched the intro plus all of our videos up until this current SOP. The active filter is applied. So to save a view, you must first have an active filter applied, and we'll go do that. And then the card page access, make sure you've got access to actually flow into relevant records. So some of the basics here that you should pick up. Date formula reference, current month, CM. Current year, CY. Last month, LM. Last year, LY. And you can use some formulas where you'll go -7D until today. And effectively it says 7 days ago, right? Until today. So it's some pretty cool filters. Views are personal. Saved views are stored per user, per list page. They are not shared with other users unless an administrator creates a system level view. Views remember columns. So saved view remembers not just the filter, but also the column sort order and any column personalization active at the time of saving. Important notes: views versus saved filters. A view is a named persistent filter combination accessible from the list view tabs. A temporary filter in the filter pane is not a view, it's just temporary. Like when you reload the page, it's gone. The tip here, dynamic date formats. Date formulas like CM and CY are dynamic. They automatically update to the current month year. So each time you open the view, this makes them ideal for recurring reports like this month's open orders. So if you're going to save filters with dates, you want to make sure that you're using date formulas so that you can actually go back and reuse that save. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself opening the save, editing the filter, changing the dates, and so on, which is not what you want to do. So the 6 steps we're going to go through here is applying the filter combination. So opening the filter pane and applying filters you want to save. Verify the list is showing the correct records before you save. Step 2. Saving it as a view. So click the Save as View button at the top of the filter pane. It's up the top left, and click the View drop down at the top of the list and select Save as View. Naming dialog will appear. All right. Name the view. Give it a good name. All right. You're gonna reuse it. You want to make sure that you know what it means. So give it a good name and hit OK. Switch between your views, so you can do that once you close the filter pane up against the table you're on. If it's customers, right at the top, it will give you customers, then a drop box, and you can select your filters. Edit or delete a view, we'll go through, and then using date formulas in view, we will demonstrate that as well. Let's get into Business Central. I'm going to go back to using my items because this has some pretty good data, and I can go and create some filters that we wanted to see before. So I'm going to use this value. So we have a vendor. I'm in a position where I've got a filter applied. Okay, so the filter combination is applied, and I'm just going to save this. And this is so I'm just going to save it as graphics stock. Now, I was previously playing in a separate demo with this, and I've got a one here that's very similar. I'm going to delete this and remove it. And items with negative inventory, I'm going to clear this, and I can't actually clear that at the moment, so I'm just going to hit that. Now, if I'm sitting back in my items, if I go into items, I can now hit graphic stock, and it goes straight to the filter for me. So what I've done is I've applied a filter combination. I've hit save. I've saved the view and given it a name. And what I'm able to do is switch between not only my views. If you see the bar here, you've also got blocked items. So it gives me a perspective. I have item quantities, items by location, items due for count. So these are system-based filters that have been provided. All right. Now, what we wanted to do now, other than switching between these views, let's go create one more view. I'm going to say that this is a, I'm going to go item category, something that we can't see, item category code, and I'm going to go coffee makers. Well, that didn't work. What do we have here? I'm going to go furniture. There we go, commercial models. All right, so we've got ourselves, we're using Kronos. So the data is as good as what we've been given by our lovely Microsoft. So I've got myself a filter here. I'm going to save this as commercial. Okay. So I've got my views there. You can see how I can flick between the two views, and it's just simplified. Now let's say that this was actually posted sales invoices. Let's go posted sales invoices, and I've still got my filter from before. We're gonna do it a little bit different. I'm gonna go current month. So my working date has to be the date of this dummy database, which it is there. So I'm gonna say minus 14 days plus current month to current month. There we go. And what it's done is it's given me a date range. Now, it's working off my system date. So you can see here how that's actually turned around and gone minus 14 days, ... current month, or last year. It's a bit too broad. So let's go current year. There you go. So it goes into, it's quite a, so from 14 days prior to today, plus to the end of the current year. So there's filters that you can use here, which is super, super powerful. And again, remember at any of these, as we go through them, just deleting the view, when we go back to our filter, it's quite simple. Just click on it, right? And then you can go and remove that filter. So this will remove the page view commercial product. You cannot undo it. There we go. Exception handling. So save as view button not visible. So the save as view button only appears when a filter is active on the pane. If it's not there, you need to go on pre-make a filter. View shows wrong records after reload. So if you're using a dynamic code like CMCY, the view will show different records each month, year as the formula resolves to the current period. So the current period, this is expected behavior. If you need a fixed date range, use a specific date. So what you found, I did it with me, and it uses the current period, not my working date. You cannot delete a view. So the system level views created by an administrator cannot be deleted by regular users. What happens if it works? You have a save, so you have saved at least one named view on a frequency used list. What happens if it's good? You have saved at least one named view on a frequently used list. You can switch between views instantly without reapplying filters. You understand the dynamic date filters and how to use them. You can edit, rename, and delete your saved views, and you're ready to move on to the next video. So we'll see you there.